is a taxi company.
Is it? Oh.
Yes, people, welcome back to the EFL show on the First XI. I am here. Aaron should be arriving at some point in the near future if he works out what internet is in Doncaster. But we've got a lot to talk about. Got a lot of FA Cup games to go through. The mighty Argyll through to the third round of the FA Cup after beating Rochdale 2-1. A late goal from Luke Jeffcott. That was an interesting game. Kenny says, yo, glad I witnessed you going out on a Muppet. 1 hour before United draw Argyll at home. That'd be hilarious. You doing a watch along tonight? No, because I have the weekly review show on my channel at 9, and I'm also on Munsey Talks Football at 7 o'clock. So yeah. Yo, Noel, how you doing? I'm all good. Aaron's apparently 2 minutes away. If we draw Argyll, I will go to the game. FA Cup third round draw. If Argyll win, I will laugh at you so much, Kenny. Oh, there's so many. If Argyll beat United in an FA Cup third round, there are a lot of United fans that would be avoiding talking to me for a very long time. Talking about, anyone seen Indiana recently? I haven't seen a word of him in ages. But let's get into the show. There's no graphics today because, to be frankly honest, it's been a bit busy. My room is a complete shithole. Luckily, you only have to see the wall. Everything else can be as messy as anything. So yes. Kenny says, if they beat us, if I speak. Hurry up, show later than Hull City's takeover. I don't even know about Hull City's takeover, but let's get into the show. And there's no real place to start other than Argyll. We might as well start with my team, considering I'm the only who bothered to turn up. Argyll, a really shocking performance in that second half. The first half we were all right. I thought we did well. I thought, that first goal, it was offside. But to be frankly honest, welcome to officiating in league in the EFL. There is no obviously VAR, so we didn't get VAR for it, but it was offside. That's fine. I've no qualms in saying that. It was a clear offside. It just wasn't given. I don't really care too much about that. If it happens to my team, yeah, cool. I'm annoyed, but that's just football, really. Some go your way, some decisions don't go your way. Do I understand why Rochdale fans feel a bit aggrieved? Yes. Do I understand why Rochdale fans say we time wasted? Not a fucking chance. We didn't time waste when we went 1-0 up. I did watch along on my channel, and at no point did I say, fuck me, I've got a time wasting. We tried getting a second. We were proactive. So I don't really understand that comment from Rochdale fans. I'm guessing that they're just a bit fucking bitter, and a bit, teary-eyed. I suppose that's what happens in the north. They've personally attacked Ryan Lowe. Cool beans. He used to manage Bury, so I think there might be a bit of a thing there. And then Richard, the Ipswich fan who is obsessed with Plymouth Argyll. He absolutely loves us, Richard Stubbs. Big up to yourself. Hope there's no chicken bones that come out, or whatever it was, chicken that comes over your fence. You little scoundrel. Obviously we've got him, and he's like, we're linked with that Muppet. Don't worry, mate. Ryan Lowe ain't going to Ipswich. So you don't need to worry if you're going to get Ryan Lowe. But he would make your team better, but you're just not going to get him. But Crimea River, I think. To Rochdale fans and to Richard Stubbs, go get Justin Timberlake's Crimea River. Listen to it on repeat for the next 4 days, and by that time, you might just not want to hurt any Argyll people. But back to the game. First half, as I said, I thought we were all right. I thought we weren't special. We were far from our very best, but I thought we were all right. We got the goal, which, as always, is important. Getting the goals is always important. But second half, I thought we were fucking atrocious. I think I said during the watch along, closing our man down seemed to become quite a difficulty when it came to our back line. I think there was 4 players at one time, 4 players around one guy. Not one of them goes to close him down. They all just stood there, sort of just jockeying him. One of you can close him down. There are 4 of you. One of you go close him down. But their goal comes from a silly pass from James Wilson. And look, I don't mind this whole playing out from the back. In fact, I quite like it. But the thing is, if you are under pressure like that, rosette it. Put it over the stand, because Rochdale don't have big stands. Right? Put it over the stand. Chuck it into the car park. Boot it at their manager. Boot it at a fan. I don't really care where the ball goes, as long as the ball goes off the fucking pitch. Reset. Right? The whole playing out from the back is fantastic. It's brilliant. I love it. It works. But when you're under pressure like that, and there's not really any other place to go, rosette the fucker. Right? Boot that ball out of the stadium. I don't care where. I don't care what it hits. I don't care who it hits. Get that ball off that pitch. Reset, then win that ball back and go forwards. It was very silly. And it was a good goal. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a bad goal, but the thing is, right, that was a preventable goal. Chuck it out for a throw. Reset, win the ball back, then then go again. It was a needless pass which led to Rochdale's goal, in my opinion. It was really annoying. Kenny says Saul's left when Arsenal were 12th and Argyll survived. If Argyll beat us and the United beat us, the United show is finished. Now, I think the United show, they'll be there because you lot have been humiliated plenty of times and you'll be back. Someone in the stadium told me Argyll drew 1-1, but it was probably a late winner for you. Yeah, it was a late winner. It was an 87th minute winner. Chris says, how you doing? Big ups now. Big up, Chris. You see in my comments? I am, but I was in the middle. I was midway through talking. But that goal from Jeffers, a lot of Argyll fans have gone in on Jeffers, which I think is just pathetic, and they ought to probably grow up. If I'm being completely honest with you, has Jephcott been brilliant over the last few games? No. Has Ryan Hardy been brilliant last few games? No, actually, Ryan Hardy's also been equally as shit. He's done fuck all. So I don't know why all the abuse is going to Jeffers. I know he was taken off early in the Wigan game. Right? Ryan though took him off early. Took him off in the first half. He won an injury, so obviously Jeffers was a little bit miffed, a little bit annoyed. But I don't know why, if all of a sudden Jeffers is getting the abuse from Argyll fans. It's just stupid. It just doesn't make sense to me. Right? Of course, Jeffers has not been at his best. I think anyone with half a brain who watches Argyll week in, week out could tell you Jeffers over the last few games hasn't been brilliant. Right? He's not been amazing. But I don't think he's been as shit as people make out. I think Jeffers is he's firstly having to adapt to League One again, right? Because last season he got off to such a pace that he was doing well. Then obviously as time progressed, it got a bit tougher. I think probably coincides to when Cooper got injured, right? Because the thing with Jeffers is he used to be the one in the box, the one who knew where the ball would land in the box, and he'll poach on it. He's a poacher. Right? He's not got the pace of Ryan Hardy. He's not got the skill of an Ennis. What Luke Jephcott is a pure poacher. Beautiful poacher. Right? Beautiful. He's lost that over the last few times. He's not been getting into the box. He's been hanging outside the box. He's not really been, trying to get into that box, trying to cause a nuisance. But the thing is, you got to back him. This kid knows where the back of the net is. And that's fucking rare. He's got 6 goals already this season. I know Hardy's got like 10 or something. Right, or 12, actually. But Jephcott knows where the back of the net is, right? He does. Also, I think he's been overplayed. And that's not really Ryan Lowe's fault. Niall Ennis, one of our other strikers, has been out injured, so you can't really blame Ennis for that either. Well, you can't blame Ryan. You obviously can't blame Niall Ennis either. But so we've been without one of our key strikers. And Jeffers, I think, has been overused. You can see that he's a little bit leggy, he's a little bit lethargical, and just needs, I think, a bit of time to just rest. I think he just needs a bit of a rest. And I think having Niall Ennis back, obviously he came on in the second half as well, will massively help that. But the goal that Jeffers scored, it was a poacher's goal. It was on the 6-yard box. He's just put it in the back of the net. That is standard Jeffcott. That is 100% standard Jeffers, right? Back of the net, right? He's chucked it in from 6 yards out. That is literally a Jeffcott goal, right? It's been a bit of pinball for about he's hit a few guys, and then he's just put it in. That he's bundled it over the back of the net. So it was a good goal. As I say, I don't really get the abuse that he's been getting, but to be frankly honest, some Argyle fans are just a bunch of absolute donkeys. Look, you can be constructive. Saying that Luke Jeffcott should be in the National League, I thought that was a bit disrespectful. Actually, a bit disrespectful. I think you need your fucking head testing.
You're really saying that?
Well, there's some fucking idiots that say that. But I actually like Jeffers. He's different, right? And that's the thing that I think a lot of people fail to realise is we've got 3 strikers, right, on our books. I know Kieran Agard is one of ours, but I shan't think he's staying past January, if I'm being honest. We've got 3 strikers on our book. Obviously, we've got Garrick as well, but he's more of a Ryan Hardy type player anyway, so I can sort of bundle them together. So the thing with our striker situation, we got Hardy. Now, he's got a shit ton of pace. He loves a through ball. He loves to run at a defender, right? He loves that sort of... He's got that. Niall Ennis, even though he's like 5'7", is a fucking target man. I'm not even joking. The way he can hold up the ball, the way that he can run at a defender, spin a defender around like a freaking merry-go-round, sort of like Kylie Minogue, spin me right round. That's what Niall Ennis does to a defender. He's got so much skill, so much ability. He's also a bloody good goal scorer. So I love Niall Ennis. I think he's absolutely fucking brilliant. And then we got Jeffcott, who's a poacher. Not many teams can sit there and tell you they've got 3 different types of strikers. No one. And the important bit about that that I do need to stress, having 3 types of strikers is a fucking annoyance for other teams. Because if we go Hardy Jeffcott, so you got Cheffers, who's a poacher, who's, if you let him have a chance and he's in the box, good luck to you. You're going to fucking need it. If you've got Hardy and you're playing with a high line, rest in peace your soul, because your centre-backs are going to get smoked. And then if you got Ennis, well, again, good luck, because you're going to fucking need it, because we're going to get the ball to him, but he's going to somehow hold it up. As I said, he's only 5'7" or something around that, but he's a bloody strong player. He's got a low sense of gravity, and he can run at a defence. He did it against Rochdale. I think he took about 5 players out of the game at one time. It was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
So
I know from experience watching Niall Ennis when he was at Rovers. He was fantastic hold up.
Different type of player now, because he's playing for a proper club. But the thing is, you got 3 different centre backs and 3 centre backs. We've got 3 different types of centre back as well. But I'll go through them maybe another time. But the striker situation, I think, is brilliant. I want to keep all 3. I think all 3 benefit us complete. I think they make us a complete team. We got a poacher, we got a target man, and we got a fucking just absolute pace. So so the Argyle fans who want Jeffcott gone, I actually want you gone. Please leave the fan base. Go support Exeter. Because to be frankly honest, your opinions are just not needed, right? So cool. In terms of centre backs, I mean, we've got the old head of James Wilson. We've got absolute fucking tank of Dan Scar, and then we've got the guy who I just would rather the ball didn't go anywhere near. Chris says FA Cup would love to see Argyle United. Way DRFC is here. Big ups, Aaron. How you doing, mate? Rovers in the Premier League 2025? Not a fucking chance. If we draw Mansfield at home, I'll be angry. Could have had double-digit win in the third round, for fuck's sake. Even away. Thought Garrick was a midfielder. Garrick is a striker / right wing back / right winger. I don't really know where his best position is, but Ryan Lowe's been using him a lot as a striker. He normally comes on to replace Hardy, to be fair, normally. So, as I say, they're very similar types of players. Ain't he the lad on loan from Swansea? You are correct, Kenny. That is Jordan Garrick. But that's our goal. We're through to the third round of the FA Cup. What about you, Aaron?
Oh, we fuck. No, we ain't going anywhere. I think we're just focusing on trying to stay in League One now, to be honest. I think that's our full focus. We're out of every cup competition. Yeah. What the fuck was that on Saturday night? What the hell was that? That was us. That was Mansfield destroying us. Doncaster Rovers losing 3-2 to Mansfield. I think the weird thing is, though, first half, we had something in that game. Second half, once again, we completely collapsed. No fight, no passion, no bottle, and just blow a 1-0 lead and make it 3-2. We got the goal back, the second goal, which was a nice dummy on the free kick, where he sort of fake passed it and then passed it sideways and then he drilled it bottom right corner. It was a good free kick, don't get me wrong, but it was consolation because we were never going to win after that second half performance. We were never going to win. And as soon as it hit 3-1, you hear Gavin Baldwin get out of our club. You see fans walking in their droves outside the stadium. The stadium was barely full in the Rovers end by the time the match finished. Then at full time, you've got the captain of the club screaming at fans for booing the players. You've got the vice captain and the captain cupping their ears to the fans. It's a really toxic atmosphere at the moment. It's really toxic. And I don't see how it gets better.
That's absolutely brilliant. I love your captain and vice captain even more than last time. I don't think you lot should boo, because I think you lot should be just thankful that they turned up to play for your shitty club. To be frankly honest, because
my stance on the booing the players has always been 50-50. It's been the youngsters that are sort of being there for the first time. That's not going to do much good to their confidence. But on the other hand, the experienced players that should know what they're doing deserve to be booed if they're playing like that. So it's a catch-22 situation.
I'd boo the fans. Now, the disappointment I've got is there was no Aaron get out of our club, Jan, which was annoying.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if you know about this, but also, and I thought this was really weird, it might either be a coincidence or it might just be a day out.
You're the mouthpiece of Doncaster Rovers, yeah?
No.
We already knew that.
Steve McLaren was spotted in the West Stand during the match.
Right, what do you want me to take with that information? You're not signing Steve McLaren?
No, is it a day out or is he going to be involved in some way? I don't think so. I think he was up for a day out.
What sort of chatter what have you been smoking today?
So,
Steve McLaren.
Some people believe there's truth.
Guys, so Alex Ferguson was chilling at Home Park a couple of weeks ago. Is he going to be involved in the club? Wait and find out. I think potentially Director of Football, Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah, brilliant.
I'm not lying, though, because a few people have said it, and even 18 Dapper said there might be some truth to it.
What a clown. What a clown. 18 Dapper, what a clown. What a clown.
He must be saying a few people told him as well, so there's some truth.
All of you are clowns. All of you. You think you have the financial acumen to get Steve McLaren on board?
I'm not saying it's going to happen. It might be a day out for him. I'm just saying there was.
Are you on crack cocaine?
He was there.
Are you on cracked cocaine?
I'm not saying he's joining the club. He might have just been going for a day out. I'm just saying he was spotted at the West Stand.
To even suggest that he might come on board with your club right now.
I'm not suggesting he will. I'm just saying he was there.
You said he could be a part. You said that.
It could be, or it could be a day out. I did say it.
To even suggest that he could be a part of Doncaster Rovers is laughable, unless he's willing to do it for free. Unless he's
it's a
willing.
1-year rolling contract usually with our managers, so unless he's agreed to that, then
don't think you can afford his wages from manager. That's for sure. No,
we can't afford Neil Warnock.
I think Doncaster fans need to take a long, and I mean long, hard look at their club. Right? I think you lot need to get off whatever fucking cloud nine you lot are currently sat on. Right? And I think you lot need to put down the marijuana. Right? Because some of the names that you lot have been saying is fucking laughable. Neil Warnock, Steve McLaren. You're one step away from saying Fabio fucking Capello. Like,
Mick McCarthy's been said by a couple of people I was speaking to.
Again, laughable. You lot need to get your head out of cloud cuckoo land. And I would... That is... Well done. You finally given me a sensible name. Even Flaming Michael Flynn is a sensible name.
Pete Wild. We're talking about this with Gabriel Sutton. He's at Halifax and he's doing a decent job getting goal after goal after goal in the non-league. Would he take a risk to the Football League?
Okay, cool. But the suggestions of Steve McLaren, the suggestions of Neil Warnock.
If we pull off a Woodgate or something like that, I'll be very surprised.
Again, you lot need to stop getting your hopes up. And
I don't believe it, but I'm going to be very surprised if we do.
And stop living on Cloud Cuckoo land, because to be frankly honest, it sort of makes you look a bit of a joke. So all I'd say, 18 Dapper might want to stop smoking the marijuana. I think you also need to hang off the marijuana and the crack cocaine, judging by some of your opinions, football opinions, that is. And anyone else who thinks that Steve McLaren, and if he does go there, I want Donny's board done for match fixing or God knows what. Because to be frankly honest, there is going to be some dodgy shit going on if you manage to pull one of them off. So get back into your lane. Your bottom or second bottom of League One, there's a strong chance that you lot are going to be relegated to League Two. And if you think for 1 second Steve McLaren, Neil Warnock, or Flaming Woodgate, or whatever other cuckoo managers that
Steve Evans,
that makes more sense. But
I think people will accept him though because he's a bit of a dickhead.
If you think that getting one of those top managers from the Championship down to a League Two club, you are completely off your head. Right. Steve Evans wouldn't be accepted because he's a dickhead. Well, he's a dickhead who knows how to win games. And with your defence, you could probably do with a Steve Evans type manager. Because
there was mention of John O'Shea as well, former Premier League player, but never been in the top job. Bit of a gamble.
What a great idea. What a great idea. When you need to save yourselves from relegation, go hire someone with zero managerial experience. I swear. Your club is
Simon Weaver.
Who's the fuck is Simon Weaver?
Harrogate manager.
Oh, yeah. He's obviously
but with this guy being the director of football or the boss or something, I don't see him leaving Harrogate. Graham Coughlin, the former Mansfield manager, has been linked as well. I don't know much about him. Pete Wild apparently plays good football.
Graham Coughlin. Did you say Graham Coughlin?
I think he's been linked as well.
Oh, you'd be fucking lucky to get Graham Coughlin at your club. The bloody good manager.
I think again, there's a couple of non-league managers. Paul Simpson from Northwich Victoria and Pete Wild from Halifax.
He's a former. Talking of Coughlin, he's a former Bristol Rovers manager. He had them fourth in League One. Yeah.
Paul Cook's been linked, but again, I don't see that. If he can't do it on a budget, he's not going to do it without a budget.
I know he could. He just needed time for them players to gel. They were never going up this season, not with all the players they signed. Yeah, I just think the old experienced heads of like Warnock and all of that madness.
I just don't see. The thing is with Wellings, like they sort of announced what they were going to do with the plan of the club, even though it didn't work in 6 months. With this next manager, I don't know what the plan is. Are we going to go for another 2-year appointment, or are we going to go with someone that's going to be here and try and get keepers up and then go from there?
Well,
I don't know.
Shouldn't the manager role be very simple? Because I think everyone overthinks the manager role. nowadays.
But we also need someone on the
no.
football side of things. We need a director of football to keep the football side of things better.
The thing with this whole project is bullshit. In fact, I think Pep summarized it perfectly. A football project's all well and good, but you need to win. Right? You don't have a project without winning. So ultimately, Brian Lowe, we didn't go. We need a 3-year term manager who's going to stay around the club, going to live in Plymouth, whatever, blah blah blah. Right? We just said we need a manager who is successful that can get this club back into League One, and then we'll go from there. Right? When we're in League One, we'll reset his expectations. Right? The first expectation of him coming to our club was straight away get out of the league, right? Because Argyll in League 2 is a joke. So the first expectation, get out of the league. Then after that, we reassess the situation, right? We go, right, we would like you to avoid relegation in our first year back in League 1. Okay, cool. We have a 5-year project in terms of our plan, which is to be a sustainable championship club, but that comes from the owner, right? That's not the manager. That's not us saying Ryan Lowe must have a 5-year project of getting to the championship. That is our owner who has that project. That owner then will work with the director of football. He'll work with the chief executive. And they'll be like, how do we go about becoming a sustainable championship club within 5 years? Obviously, COVID had and would have impacted that. Then they obviously say, well, we need to have this type of manager, or we need to support this manager in this way, we need to make these types of signings, blah 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 blah. So that's the thing. You lot look far too much into a project. You look far too much into we need this person for 3 years, we don't want to lose him. What you need is a manager who can be successful, right?
Well, the board have always said in 5 years we want to be in the championship. But they put that plan out in 2017 to be in the championship by 2022, and they keep resetting.
There is saying it, and then there is backing it up with an actual plan, right?
Exactly.
So I could say I want to be 11 stone shagging the fuck out of Channing Tatum in 5 years' time. I could say that, but unless I have a 5-year plan to lose the weight and then to bloody shag Channing Tatum, it ain't gonna happen, right? So. The thing is,
the problem is we haven't backed it up. We haven't backed up the talk.
No, and the thing is, you probably are suffering from not having the right people in the right places.
And also, I think all the years of short-term investment, like the loanees, etc., and the short-term contracts over the years with like Grant McCann and Darren Moore, and the keep rebuilding the squad every year, I think that's come up to bite us in the arse now, because having short-term squads every 1 or 2 years. I think that's affected us in the long term now, because I think now we're in a position where we've got a long-term squad that aren't good enough, but we've got them now until at least the next season or the season after. So I think all the years of short-term investment and not having the right footballing brain is hurting us, because I think we're run well as a financial business, but the football side of things, we need a director of football, we need a proper scouting system, and we need better football recruitment. And I feel like with the right manager in place, you bring in the director of football, you bring in better football and recruitment, you actually have a chance to back up your talk. But unless you have that, you can't.
Who do you expect the board to do that, not the manager, right?
Well, that's what will the board actually do that, or do they feel like they can keep
No.
the football structure of the club at the moment?
Who do you expect
I feel like
one minute. Who do you expect to sort out the structure?
I expect the owner to sort out the structure.
Right, okay. I just want to go through some comments. Chris says Ollie's been linked with the Rovers job. No. Donny fans need to be like us. Morecambe fans accept it. We are going down.
I think Morecambe
he'll do well. Carrick going to Morecambe would make me follow Morecambe. Carrick ain't going Morecambe. I mean, he might. No. I doubt it.
Is Stephen Robinson sacked?
No, I don't think so. Ollie at Doncaster, come on, make it happen. Ollie is a good option. He'll do it for free.
What are we talking about, Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer?
I have no idea. Chris, he wouldn't do it for free. He loves United, not Rovers. Besides,
I'd love Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer, but he'll not do it.
Kenny, allow me, man. We are so awful. I just want to manage you. Looks exciting. Doesn't the guy from that band Bastille support Rovers? No, I
thought it was One Direction.
No, he's an Argyle fan. Yeah, you've got the One Direction lad, Tomlinson, I think.
Yeah, Tomlinson.
Morecambe fan, I hope you get Carrick. It just ain't happening. But yeah, I mean, look, your club is a complete and utter shambles. But
like
let's go through some.
Side of things is just the
Let's
football side
go
of
through
things is
some.
what we need to improve on.
Aaron, let's go through some FA Cup games because
Yeah.
Morecambe beat Buxton 1-0, so they're through to a third round. A good game at the Plough Lane. AFC Wimbledon beating Cheltenham 4-3. That had a lot of goals. The last goal coming from Cheltenham in the 81st minute. They tried. They went 4-2 down, 4-1 down, pulled back 2 goals, but couldn't quite get the fourth. AFC Wimbledon, they're a high scoring team, but they concede a lot of goals as well. I will say that much. Port Vale did the shock of the weekend, I think, knocking out Burton. So Port Vale under Darryl Clark, knocking out Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's Burton at the Pirelli Stadium.
Very good.
So,
tell you what, Darryl Clark's been impressing me this season as a manager. I think he's been brilliant with Port Vale.
Has he only just started impressing you?
No. He's always impressed me. I took the time to say it.
Right. Stevie says, sorry if I missed it, but who do you want in the draw tonight now? United. I'd love United.
What about Liverpool?
We've done Liverpool already.
First.
Which
big teams are you missing? You got Man United.
We've done United. We've done Liverpool. What, back in 2016-17?
How did that end up?
Lost 1-0 at Home Park after a replay.
That's not bad.
Who else? We do Arsenal and Chelsea all the time in the under 21 in the Papa John's Trophy. So I'm quite frankly bored of their names. We've never. I don't think we've had a United a lot. I know we've done a game with their legends back in. We're talking years ago, back when I was a kid supporting Argyll. They're a fake club, aren't they? So no.
I mean, you'll beat them anyway.
I doubt it, they're Man City, but no, I'd love United home or away, and also I think it's a beatable game. Mustafa says Ollie to Doncaster. Here we go. Agreement reached with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Will go to London to complete his medical in the 4th.
Why is it Doncaster when it's London?
Now, do you think Carrick would do well here? It is very unknown. Very unknown.
It's a gamble.
I sent now the stats for Argyll Liverpool. Celtic. No. United. Manchester United. We can't physically get Celtic, can we? Domination.
Not unless you include Scottish teams in the FA Cup.
No. But let's go through some more. Shrewsbury beat Carlisle 2-1. I know Chris was unhappy about that, but they are a League One club, so you know. Long. Stevie, I don't know what Stevie's laughing about, but I think we could get Argyll. If we get Argyll, I won't worry since Ollie isn't here. No, I think you should worry still. Doncaster obviously losing to Mansfield. Orient absolutely smashing Tranmere Rovers 4-0. Hartlepool knocked out Lincoln City with a 1-0 win. Another big one here.
I think that was the first. Sorry, I think that was the first game as well for Hartlepool under their new manager, our former defender Graham Lee, former Hartlepool player as well.
Harrogate Town, they got a 95th minute winner against a 95th minute winner against Pompey at Fratton Park. So
well done, Weaver.
Jack Diamond with the goal there. Pompey in the mud. Ipswich are going to have to go to a replay with Barrow. That with a new manager. Barrow. With a new manager. Bristol Rovers beat Sutton 2-1. Big up the panel. Hope you're both well. I wasn't happy about that. Don't know who you've been listening to. I was disappointed with performance, not result. Fair. If we get Argyll, I think we win 2-1. Okay, Kenny. Some other ones. Walsall losing 2-1 to Swindon, obviously both in the same league. Cambridge United dumping out Exeter City, which I can't say upset me in the slightest. And the final of the Saturday ones was Yeovil Town knocking out League Two Stevenage. So big up to Yeovil Town. It was Charlie Wakefield in the 51st minute that took them there at Hewish Park.
If I'm not mistaken, I might have to double check this. I think Charlie Wakefield used to play for us as well.
Everything's about Doncaster on this show.
No, never mind.
Moving on to some of the other games. Obviously, in Sunday, the early kickoff was Rochdale versus Argyll, which Argyll won 2-1. Wigan beat Colchester United 2-1 as well. Kidderminster Harriers knocked out Halifax Town, and Chesterfield in the National League knocking out Salford City at the Peninsula Stadiums. Not going very well for Salford City.
My favourite moment of that match was Liam Mandeville, our former striker, recreating the toe-sucking skull celebration in Salford's ground. That was football shithousery at its very best.
We can fully focus on getting away from the relegation zone now. I wasn't too bothered about it being knocked out, says Chris. But we have got some games coming up midweek as well. Obviously, it's so we're not going to do any predictions. We're just going to go through some of them. We'll start with you lot. You have got to go to Oxford. Excited for that one?
Nope. I think I predicted like a 2-0, or I think I predicted a 2-0 defeat in my preview on today. So I predicted we were going to lose that one 2-0. 18 Dapper predicts we'll lose 4-1, which is a bit more hammering, but not out of the question. If we're not fully focused, this could be another 6-0. I can probably not rule that out, to be honest, at this early stage. In terms of what kind of team we're going to put out, we're probably going to go with the 5-3-2 system or the 3-5-2 system that we did against Mansfield. I think that there's a chance, there's hints that Omar Bogle and Ed Williams could return to the squad in some extent. So it looks like as soon as Wellens is gone, the two come back. So it looks like Bogle and Williams might play in a Rovers shirt again. So I'll be very. Imagine if Bogle and Williams score the goals that. Imagine if Bogle Williams scores the goals that gives us 3 points in those games. I mean, that would be just a complete slap in the face to Richie Wellens. So I think it would be interesting. But yeah, I think we'll lose this game by a couple of goals. I don't want it to, but I'm being realistic here. I can't be deluded anymore. I can't predict we're going to win every week, because we're not.
Yeah, Stevie says Oxford are strong. Oxford are strong. I will give you that. But
they do a hammering, and we could be the fall guys once again.
So some other games. The one live on Sky on Tuesday is in fact Pompey versus Sheffield Wednesday. Would have been Argylle.
They just signed one of our old trialists from the summer today.
Again, all about Doncaster. But today, not today, that would have been Argyll MK Dons, but we've been moved to Wednesday, obviously, due to FA Cup fixture on the Sunday. So it is Wednesday versus Pompey at Fratton Park. That is a fairly big game. At Fratton Park, but both of them, and they're both on the same amount of points as well. Pompey 9th, Wednesday are 8th, so it should be a close game as well. So if you're looking for something to watch on Tuesday night, a bit of EFL League One action should be quite an interesting one for sure. Some other games that look quite tasty. Cheltenham Ipswich actually looks quite a tasty game from the Valley. Obviously, Johnny Jackson doing quite a good job at Charlton so far. Obviously, they lost their last league game to Shrewsbury, but they had been on a good run before that. And Ipswich, on the other hand, just at their manager. So new manager bounce on the incoming. Potentially, so they've got
John McGreal in charge for this game. Ipswich
should be a tasty one for sure. I'm just seeing if there's any other games. Sunderland face Morecambe, Wickham Burton should be an interesting one as well. In terms of Wednesday, though, obviously it is Argyll versus MK Dons and Wigan versus Shrewsbury. The MK Dons Argyll game is live on Sky Sports Football, and that is one that I will be doing a watch along for. We'll be live at 7:30 on my channel as we do that. But that one should be an interesting game. I'm hoping for a 2-1 win. I think keeping a clean sheet at the moment is a little bit difficult. So I think if we can just get a 2-1 win, we need to bounce back in the league. Obviously, we've had 3 straight defeats in a row in the league. But we had gone on a 16-game unbeaten run, which everyone's forgotten about already. Which is always the way with football. But that
I find it disrespectful that they've forgotten all about that.
Well, everyone does it. But that win against Rochdale, is that the win that turns it around, gives us that confidence to go to MK Dons and get a win there. They've not looked amazing. They were knocked out by fucking Stevenage in the FA Cup, but they have beaten Cambridge, Burton, lost to Sheffield Wednesday, and they absolutely smashed Morecambe 4-0 in their last league game. So be a tough game. It is away at, obviously, Stadium MK, so we'll see how that goes. 2 of our fans got arrested versus Shrewsbury, as it was our first game protesting against our owners on board. That's a bit mad. Wow. That is a bit mad. And let's just briefly run through some of the games in League 2 before we wrap up. On Wednesday, Barrow, Salford City, Bradford, Colchester, and Hartlepool versus Rochdale, who got absolutely, well, I wouldn't even say battered. Big game for Charlie's Bristol Rovers as they welcome back Darryl Clark back to the Memorial. It's Bristol Rovers versus Port Vale there, so that could be quite an interesting game. There's actually a few tasty games. There's a few tasty games in League 2 this week. We go to St James's Park next because Exeter City hosts Northampton Town. That's second versus third. Big game that is. There's only a point separating the two, and it's quite close behind them with Swindon equal on points with Exeter, and Port Vale and Sutton only a point behind Exeter. So it is desperately close near the top of the league there. Harrogate hosts table-topping Forest Green Rovers. So another big game there because Harrogate sitting 7th. They're occupying the last playoff spot. But saying that, they're 3 points off automatic promotion at the moment. So it is bloody fucking tight at the top of League 2. Some of the other games of any importance: Orient Swindon, Mansfield host Carlisle United, Newport hosts Sutton United, and then the rest of them are pretty shitty. You've got Oldham, Tranmere, Stevenage, Scunthorpe, and Walsall Crawley. That doesn't mean that all your teams are shit, but all your teams are shit. Just quickly, what's your thoughts of the League 2 fixtures that we've just sort of run through? It's a bit weird. Obviously, I've got to go to another place. I've sold my soul on a Monday, just give us a quick thought on the League 2 fixtures, because as I said, there's a lot of tasty games. Exeter Northampton screams tasty to me. Obviously, you got Bristol Rovers, Port Vale, and you got Harrogate hosting Forest Green Rovers. So a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of tasty ties, and I think it'll be interesting to see which way the games go. I think it could go either way for different reasons on each of the fixtures, but should be really exciting.
Yeah, Aaron's just learning the League 2 fixtures ready for next season. I think Morecambe will win a promoted side. Always raises to a challenge. Sunderland seem a bit toxic at the moment. Fans are happy. Yeah, Sunderland are always a bit weird, aren't they?
In terms not happy with Lee Johnston.
To be fair, I wouldn't be happy with Lee Johnson either.
He's a bottle job, isn't he? So
yeah, I wouldn't be happy of having Lee Johnson at my club. Where are Sunderland sitting in the league? 5th.
Moving on.
I don't know.
Sunderland do want to thrive for greatness, but when you've got a manager like Lee Johnston, you're not going to get
it. But I think when you've got Rotherham, Wigan, I think they're probably annoyed that Wickham and Argyll are above them. But I see no reason why. It's a tough one.
They'll only sack him. They'll only sack him if they don't win the playoffs, so they go outside the playoffs.
We don't know when they'll sack him. We couldn't possibly know that. League 2, we're back for some old soon.
If you want something to boost your spirits, Morecambe fans, then you've never been relegated, so you might go up and up and up.
I went on Mansfield fan channel to do a preview for game, as you do.
Oh,
I hear that.
Saturday.
Football is a strange game, always pulls off a shock, mate. Have a faith. That is true. Would you guys take Frank Lampard as manager? Fight me,
We
Mustafa.
can't afford his wages. Are you kidding me?
A quick thought, that's impossible, Aaron. Velv cry, Mustafa, no, we need to pay the fees. So later on, you'll get a single timeout. I am miserable right now. We're 20th and back to the same old. Mansfield fan, do you know me? I play for your club.
No.
Velv, why do I keep getting timed out? I didn't. The rest was fine. Yeah, it's gonna stop on my channel because it's pissing me off. But I've got to go. I've sold my soul to Munsey Talks Football on a Monday at 7 o'clock. So I must dash and be seen back on here at on Thursday if I remember. Someone
what channel
remind
Monday Talks Football on?
Munsey Talks.
I need to have a look. Send
I
me the link to the video.
I thought it would be a fucking. I've retweeted it on the Let's Talk EPL Twitter page.
Oh, first.
Do you follow us on Twitter on our Twitter page?
Yeah, I do. I just haven't looked at your notifications in a while.
Unbelievable, that is. But yeah, I've sold my soul to him, and then I'll be on my channel on at 9 p.m. for the weekly review show. And also, someone remind me Wednesday that we have the EFL show on the Thursday, because then I'll remember to do it. Because I forgot last time. Well, when I say forgot, I forgot and I was asleep. And I'm in the middle of putting up my Christmas tree. It's got like two parts. Well, I'm halfway through putting the tree up. I'm nowhere near putting decorations on it yet. We are fully getting into a Christmas spirit. I should have done it on the first, to be fair, but I completely fucking forgot.
I want to start decorating my studio, but not my green screen wall, so I might start decorating soon.
Yeah, that's a disgrace. Hello, Morecambe Phantom. Where I'll score, we can avoid relegation. Aaron out. Okay. But Aaron, where can they find you, mate?
Aaron_Cheltenham on Twitter, Aaron Cheltenham official on Instagram, Forever Football FC and Coach Chel on YouTube. I did something really exciting on Sunday morning. I did a very special filming project with another football channel. So stay tuned in a couple of weeks when the full version comes out. I've shared some behind the scenes photos on my social media, but stay tuned because it's a really exciting project that I got involved with. So big thank you to everyone who was involved.
It was really shit, guys. Don't watch it.
all I'll say is multiple cameras, a pitch outside a mansion.
All I will say is multiple hookers, and he fucks a girl up the ass. Why else would you want to watch it?
I wish.
You dirty bastard. But come on, Argyll, get a decent tie. Who have we got? Has our tie come out? Obviously, FA Cup's being done now, isn't it? So
it's 6 minutes until the draw comes out.
6 minutes.
I mean, imagine if we could have stretched this show to 6 minutes and tried to get it while the draw was happening.
Yeah, I know. Fuck me, I've got to go though. Yeah, have fun, guys. Enjoy your evening. Make sure you tune in to my show on my channel at 9 p.m. The weekly review show. Why not? Should be a laugh. And then yeah. And now you're wondering why I'm talking for so much, because I'm just trying to find the outro. Here we go. Bye bye, guys.